Hey guys, this is Crabhunter, and welcome to a little bit more of a personal video. As recently I have been, well, this week I've had off from work, so I've been just basically taking the opportunity to glorious sunny days outside. So I've just sort of thought I'd try and take the opportunity to, let's move the camera back now. Fortunately, trying to set the camera back up on my computer or my monitor, where it really should be, in all honesty. The problem is, if I try and set it up outside of daytime, the lighting automatically sets it to go down low. So it's basically you'll just see this sort of head just talking as if it was like some kind of muted stranger or whatever. So I thought I'd try this little angle. But anyway, now recently there's been a bit of a fiasco, if you will, starring one of my favourite companies. Starting to get a bit of a major grudge against them. Yeah, if you haven't heard already, there's been some kind of stuff going on Gaijin on Steam. I will put links in the description. Actually, I'm sort of making this video not sort of to jump on the bandwagon and to start fires, but this video for me is kind of answers a question for me as to why I don't play Warthunder anymore, and it kind of hopefully it's an even bigger example, and one of the sort of the things which really piss me off about certain companies nowadays when it comes to stuff like this. Basically, if you haven't heard, there has been a bit of a recent price hiking on Steam with regards to certain products. Gaijin and Rockstar have sort of hiked their price up a little bit from the usual, and then lowered it to they made, I think in Rockstar's case, they made dollar-wise, we're talking, one of their products from like $80, which is a bit extreme for a while, and then when the Steam Summer Sale came along, they lowered the price back down to $60, as if to make it look like there's a sale. Other companies have done this in a supermarket chains and stuff like that. They've done the same thing, where they've raised the price up for some reason, thinking it's all very clever, and then when they do a sale, they give the impression that you're buying something for a cheaper price, when really it's just dirty, shady business practices. And unfortunately, on this kind of environment, there isn't really any laws against it, so it's all down to the consumer to make the choice. Well, Gaijin basically hiked their prices up for a number of DLC packages for the Steam variant of War Thunder, one of which was the Mustang package. So they hiked the price up, I think, up to like 30 quid for a while, or something like really expensive, and then they lowered it down to like 20 quid. For the Steam sale, for like so-called 25% off. But what the original price of the thing was, because I bought it when it was that, back when I was stupid, it was originally £19. So it's like 19.99 for, So basically, what had occurred is Gaijin had basically raised and lower, trying to do this shady practice, and obviously that spread like wildfire throughout the internet. And actually, a group of people who I had never even heard of until watching Jingle's video, Monday Mingles with Jingles thing, called The No, had made a sort of video talking about this in a sort of something's going on over there. And for some reason, well, not for some reason, the video was actually struck down for copyright issues. Now, this went all crazy. Everyone was like batshit angry at stuff, like guys were like, and even prompted Total Biscuit, who I have subscribed to, sort of voicing on Twitter his sort of angry thoughts about. I'm not a Twittery person, but long story short, the company Gaijin then lifted, I think, the copyright claim and stuff, and the CEO explained that there was a bit of a mix-up, which he wanted to send the message. Originally, I think he was intending for the video to be sort of marked as giving false information as to why certain things. I'll put a link in the description as to to the video itself. But like I said, I'm not trying to. I'm just sort of explaining the prelude thing. But what kind of I think is rather ironic in this situation, for me at least, is the fact that not a day ago before I found out about this, I was thinking about playing War Thunder again. Like, it's, I mean, here upon watching the video from Jingles and then going off to research, to look at another source, because with the internet, never believe the first thing. I mean, there are so many stories like on Facebook, where people will look at something firsthand and they'll be like, you know, a cat has murdered his mother or something like that, and it turns out that the woman was stupid and left the gas on and the cat simply farted in the house before leaving and set off an explosion or something stupid. You know, there's more to the story than meets the original eye. You know, you always have to search for more things. And as such, for me, I think, yeah, weirdly enough, on this occasion, I think there must have been some kind of cock-up. Monumental, nonetheless, but it was a cock-up. And as such, you know, Gaijin have... I mean, they've done the decent thing. They've lifted the ban on the video, and they've allowed it to be streamed again. And I believe also the DLC for the Mustang has actually been removed from the Steam sale department, I think, or the Steam area. So, this has been a bit of a PR disaster for Gaijin. But going back to the thing at hand, this is the thing about Gaijin that... On this occasion, for once, I believe them, and there is actually a mistake. But this is the thing about Gaijin that pisses me off. Because, I mean, I sounds really stupid, but since becoming a YouTuber, I've become... I sort of not... I don't really know the words for it, but it's sort of... I've become stupidly angry. I mean, you know, probably, you know, not viciously, but very, you know, jimmies can get rustled very quickly when I hear stories about companies silencing reviewers and taking people's videos down, because the YouTube system in currently is shit for copyright claims. It used to be a lot better, you know, in the sense that videos weren't so easy to take down, because... You know, this isn't the first time shit like this has happened, and I'm not saying Gaijin haven't done it before, but Gaijin are one of those companies that, for some reason, they can't take a criticism. You know, videos on the forums for the thing, sort of saying, look, there's something a little bit wrong there. Even videos that joke about something, like, oh, would you look at that? A tank has actually started to fly. Oh, Warthunder patch or something stupid. As a joke, that kind of shit will get removed, because for some reason, highlighting a flaw in a video game, which, instead of it being sort of taken as a, oh, okay, well, thanks for letting us know about that problem, we'll sort it out instantly. Instead, the company's like, no, splat! You're not to do this. You're going to take the video down because that is not fair. Bad information. It's like, what the fuck? And for me, and that just pisses me off more than ever, because it's just like, you don't need to take videos down. You really don't. But anyway, I'm going on a rant now. But the general premise as to the reason for this is because what Gaijin as a company, they piss me off nowadays. I used to love them. I used to fall in love with them. I thought Warthunder was the game to beat World of Tanks. When I was playing Warthunder, I was getting my fix from there, and I was like, I love it. It's a great game. You get, you know, playing, you know, ground, you know, planes. And then, of course, when the ground forces came out, I even said in the video when the ground forces first came out, and by the way, I'm keeping those videos just to show you when the shit started to go wrong. When I was playing that, I thought it was the beta of World of Tanks. Like, I thought, that's it, World of Tanks is going to die, we're going to have a new game, it's going to be awesome. And, oh, how wrong I was. Oh boy, I would have saved myself a lot of stress if I had just told him. But still, no, the general point of this video for me is to basically explain why I'm never going to play a War Thunder ever again. Because it's pointless. It is a game flawed. It is a game full of stupid decisions, you know? I mean, the battle rating system, that's when it's really started to go down the shitter. The economic changes as well to make it so that you have to spend God knows how much money or God knows how much time just grinding a particular aircraft. The balancing system in this game is, like I said, with the battle rating system, is fucked, you know? Ratings based on player skill is never a good idea. And I'm going to be blunt with players. Players are shit. There's like, some players are good and they learn and they've actually have dedication to it. But when you've got a free-to-play game, a lot of people don't care. World War II games, video games in general, there is going to be that market of people who don't care. They like the game because it looks cool or because they like certain things about it, but they couldn't give a shit about anything else. They're not going to play the game properly. Or they're not going to play the game to seek that fulfillment of challenge. I like the challenge of learning something and mastering it. I I whore that kind of stuff. To learn something and then to slowly become better at it to the point where I'm doing the big shit, looking awesome, and knowing I'm doing it right. I love that. Mastering tank games, I love. And when I don't master them, I get frustrated because I get annoyed at myself. It's like, oh, for God's sake, you're being a crap player. Focus and try and learn something else, you know? And admittedly, there are points where I sort of vent my hatred to those who don't properly play. I should be more tolerant, I realise that. But in regards to free-to-play games like Warthunder, to have a battle rating system played based on most of the people who fuck about and don't really care about what they're doing is really dumb. Because what that means is that planes which historically shouldn't even be in the particular environment that they're in will rape anything environment. You know, if you get a half-decent player, for argument's sake, you could, you know, as a stupid example, but something tells me Gaijin would probably do it, they would put an IL-2 up against biplanes from the First World War. You know, the Fokker Wolf, the Fokkers trying to fly in sort of formation, trying to communicate with their hands, all of a sudden, freaking IL-2 comes along, and it's like, hey, look, Warthunder matchmaking! So, yeah, that's the reason why I'm never going to play Warthunder. It's a game filled with idiotic decisions that keep coming. I mean, a fucking Sherman Calliope. That's fair. And it's a premium. And, like, decisions that are constantly stupid, constantly retarded, constantly idiotic. Like, it's just no. Why would you do that? Why would you make those decisions and think that's a good idea? So, a bit of a rant over, or try to. That's why I'm never playing Warthunder again. It is, quite simply, the worst kind of game style for anyone to try and mess with World War II. And it's sad, because games like that could have had so much potential. A game which combines land, sea, and air in one map is beautiful. No, not many games can do that. PlanetSide 2 combines the land and the air. There's no sea. You know, other certain games, they combine it as well. You know, Battlefront 2 with mods for Star Wars, that can combine land, air, and space. You know, very few games have that marketability to do that, and Gaijin fucked it up. They had the potential, and they fucked it up. So anyway, rant over. So, yeah, basically, I kind of wanted to take this example to sort of say to you guys, look, just be aware of what Gaijin are doing at times, and also be aware of the Steam sale, because Rockstar, I can't imagine Rockstar and Gaijin are the only people doing these shady practices, and there's no laws against them. If you're kind of thinking, well, surely Steam, you know, is going to rally behind the consumer and stop. No, they won't. So long as they're making money, corporations will never try and stop it. I'd be surprised, in all honesty, if that happened. So, bit of a different video, little dark, but I just wanted to get my voice out there because I'm just sick and tired of seeing this kind of practice. You see it in supermarkets in real life, and you're seeing it in a virtual environment where you're paying more than you should for a video game that probably isn't that very good in the first place. Anyway, so yeah, I've provided a link down below in the description for you guys to look at the No and to also watch through it completely, because at first it seems like bullshit, that it seems like the thing that you would want to grab a pitchfork and set fire to the nearest Gaijin website. But watch the video and learn from it. You know, definitely watch it, because it doesn't, in this one occasion Gaijin were mistaken and made a mistake on it. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but then again, it could, you know, these guys are professionals, so either way, yeah, go down there, have a look at the video, and, you know, view for yourself, learn as much as you can about the incident, and just take care of your cash on the Steam sales, because I don't think they're the only two companies. Rockstar and Gaijin are the only two companies who've done that. Anyway, this is Crab Hunter signing out. Have a lovely day. It's a nice hot sunny day where I am. Hopefully it's the same for you, and have a good one.